Hey, so today I'm getting on to talk about imagination and how the work that I do is so centered around this concept of keeping imagination alive. So there's a couple things I'm going to talk about here. First, I'm going to talk about what this year five student shocked me with the other day and what it made me think about how I see students engaging with the same kinds of writing activities later down the line, and how I feel that imagination is a muscle that needs to be exercised. And if it's not, we risk losing it. This is something that became so clear to me the other day when I asked a year five student to come up with a storyline with me using this exact template that I've used many times to help year 10 and year 11 students with creating their storylines or their plots for stories in their creative writing segment of the language paper one, AQA. And I found the way that she engaged with this activity was amazing. The rapidity, the pace at which she managed to complete this, the pace at which she managed to come up with these ideas was astonishing. And this is someone in year five. So I thought it had me thinking, what's happened between year five and year 10 or year 11 to make this task harder for students working at a harder level? This task is more difficult for year 11 students than it is for this girl in year five. And I can't help but think that it has something to do with the way that the education system forces kids into studying English in particular ways that don't encourage imagination as much as they should. And we just aren't exercising those muscles enough. Kids are not exercising their imaginative muscles enough, and then they're expected to use them in exams once they reach the end of high school. And so my key point here is that unless we are helping kids engage in sustained writing practice that helps them exercise their imaginative muscles and world build and vocabulary build and really engage creatively with writing throughout all of their teen years, then we're not going to be able to support them properly to get the marks they deserve in their GCSEs, but also we're not creating educational environments where imagination is put at the forefront. My major thought here is that imagination is put on the back burner, and it really shouldn't be put on the back burner. It's something that should be at the forefront of education. It's something that should be continue to be explored. It's something that kids need to be engaging in and exercising, otherwise we lose it. How many of us as adults feel like we're out of touch with our imaginations? How many of us struggle to generate ideas? And how much better off would we be in life, in business, in our careers, in so many aspects if we kept this idea generating part of our brains more alive? So this is what struck me when I was working with this year five student, and I saw how easy it was, how easy it was for her to complete this table, and how I've worked with students that are 5, 6 years older than her, and how it's been really like pulling teeth to get them to fill out the same table. And of course, every child is different, but I do think that there is a definite correlation between the students that have gone through secondary school and have begun to study in ways that aren't exciting them, in ways that aren't helping them develop their imaginations and continue to keep these muscles alive.